first kind of tell me where your love and passion for flag football started.
Well, I didn't know it like was a whole thing until sophomore year of high school. And once my mom just was like, "Hey, like you should go try out," because I would have loved to have that opportunity when I was a kid. And I was like, you know what, that sounds like a great idea. So I went and tried out, and I absolutely loved it. It was amazing, and it kind of grew even further with my senior year because we had a new coach, and he is just amazing, and he really like helped us through it. We won regionals. So yeah, it was a great time. And I think that was probably where it started because I hadn't heard about it before that.
What did you play before flag football?
So I played soccer since I was like 4. And then once I heard about that, I played both soccer and flag football all during high school. But after high school was over, I was like, I definitely want to play flag football in college.
And there were colleges that were literally, from what I understand, handing out scholarships on the field. And you were one of those. Tell me about that experience in that day.
So I actually was at a prospect day for my college. My school, we didn't have the coaching staff before to get to state. But when I went to prospect day, it was more like it was kind of like a fun, not really a tryout, but it was just like, oh, like let's see what you can do. And then at the end of the day, my coach, Tony Fuller, she started like saying like, oh, well, like I can give out verbal offers to whoever I think should come play with me, and I ended up being one of those people. She didn't. I wasn't first, so I was got really nervous because I really wanted to go to Reinhardt to play, and so she started like calling people up, like saying their numbers because we had little like number tags. And I was getting nervous, and I ended up being the last one she mentioned. And she was like, "Oh, right, that number. Come up here." And she like introduced herself, and I introduced myself. And she's like, "I want you to come play for Reinhardt." And I was like, "Great, because I want to go play."
Did you ever believe that this was possible, that you would be playing on a scholarship in college flag football?
No, I completely the even playing in high school, I didn't have any my plan was always to go to KSU. My plan was to stay at home and commute to KSU, save money. And when I figured out, oh, hey, because my coach let me know there's prospect day and I could go play for a college, I I was so intrigued, and it just really hit me like, oh, this can be like a thing. Like I can go and do this for basically a career for the next 4 years. And I was really excited.
What are you hoping the future looks like for girls flag football at both levels, high school and college?
Continues to grow. I just really hope that it'll become more popular and more normalized because when I tell people, "Oh yeah, I play for Reinhardt," and they're like, "Oh, like a rec team." And I'm like, "No, I play for the school, like the private NAIA school like, team." And they're like, "I didn't even realize that exists," or some of them don't even know that it actually like exists. They're like, "What's flag football?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just football, but you pull flag instead of tackle, pretty much, and there's less people on the field." And they're really intrigued by it too. And then like some of the girls that I talked to, they're like, "Oh, that sounds really cool. Like I wish we had that when I was in high school." I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of the point. I want it to be very like accessible and normalized in high school areas, and then into the college arena. I just hope that it keeps continuing to grow because Reinhardt right now, we're not in a conference. So I know next year we get to be in a conference, and that'll be so much e- easier because we had to basically fight for our games. We had to ask people, and the only way that they could play with us was if they wanted to. So if they didn't want to, we didn't have to play until the championships at the Benz. So we wouldn't have had any games. We would have just gone to the tournament and maybe did something good, but probably not against a bunch of other teams that have already existed for multiple years. So yeah, I just really hope that it continues to grow and that more girls will see it and want to go play.
Why do you believe that it should be paid attention to in the same respect as some of these football leagues?
Because it's just as fun. It's just as exciting. It's just as tough and rough. people think that it's a non-contact sport because that might technically be what it's called, but it's definitely not. I leave practice, I leave games with bruises all over my legs, all over my arms. It's the same amount of like pressure that's on you too. It's this they should be equal because they are. I mean, they're both played pretty much the same except with flags instead of tackling. But we still fall over. We still like hit girls. Like our blockers still like prevent the sack from the quarterback. Like it's football. And I love football. I love watching the guys play football, but I just wish that I could see, people like me, girls playing football. And before we had this in high school, I had never seen it. I hadn't heard about it. I just wish that I had that opportunity earlier.
Did you happen to see the commercial in the Super Bowl?
I was doing homework so like in between the plays, I was doing homework during the commercials, and it came on, and all of my teammates started texting in the group chat like, "Oh my gosh, did you see this? Like, there's flag football in the football, like it's in a commercial." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I've heard of her before, like she won." And it was just really touching, and I like almost got emotional because I had never like seen that before, and the fact that it was, first of all, it was such a like wonderfully produced commercial. It's like she was doing it all, and I was like, that's what we do. Like, and we were all freaking out in our group chat. It was amazing to see, especially on that level.
Have you talked to a lot of girls in a similar situation like you, where you guys are given this opportunity that's different than a lot of people? I mean, you're getting full scholarship rights to college and changing your lives, really.
So my entire team, we all received at least partial scholarship to go here. I know that a lot of them would have never planned on going to Reinhardt, and I have a few friends from my high school days, like on the other teams, who got multiple offers from multiple different schools, and it's just so cool to see that like not only is it a shared experience, but it's also such an exciting one that I just can't wait to hear about it from like other girls. Like if my daughter were to do that and it's like, "Mom, like I can go play football and I can get money to go to school there." And I was like, "That's amazing." Like I can't, it's just such a great feeling that that could be even furthered, especially when it comes like to school, because I know that the reason I would have gone to KSU was purely for money reasons. Like I was going to commute. I wasn't going to live there. I'm currently in my dorm at Reinhardt because I got the opportunity to play on scholarship.
What is your message for these younger girls that are becoming more interested in flag football? What do you want them to know?
That they can do it, that it's not like this inattainable dream. Because I know once I realized that it could happen, I was over the moon. And I just want everybody to know that it can happen, and it happened to me. So if you want it, you have to go and take it for yourself. Because if you just sit back, if anything, it's going to be given to a guy, like the guys will start taking over again, and it'll just be like, so we have to go and take what we can get as the opportunities are being given to us.
And not to mention, you guys get to play at Mercedes-Benz Stadium sometimes.
Right, yeah.
What is that like?
So I have season tickets to Atlanta United. So I was invited to go to the wall unveiling, and I was freaking out. My parents came with me. I was freaking out. Like I can't even describe like exactly how it felt, because it was just so surreal. Because I had passed by that wall and I was like, you know what? That would be like a great wall for something. I didn't know what, but I had mentioned to my parents, I was like, you know what? I should email Arthur Blank, or I should email someone to get something for us out there. And then when I was invited to that, I was like, it's happening. It's actually happening. And every time I go to an Atlanta United game, I'm like, there's my wall. Like I'm a part of that. Like we're like why that happened. It's just so cool to see, especially because I get to go so often. We purposefully go up the entrance that leads to both the high school football walls, just so we can see it, it's amazing. Especially with like the lights and the videos, it's just really cool. And like, oh, it's just amazing.
What is the reaction that you get from guys who probably don't know much about competitive flag football? What is the reaction that you get from them when you say, "Hey, I play flag football and I do so in college"?
I've told, I pretty much, it's part of who I am. So I pretty much tell everybody when I meet someone, like, oh yeah, I go to Reinhardt, I play flag football. And half of them don't know what it is. Another half say, oh yeah, I could go play and I could beat everybody. Like I'd beat all the girls. Like let me go play. I'm like, no, it's kind of heartbreaking, really, because it's these guys like in my high school, like when I went to go commit, we had like a day where you would sign, and a lot of the guys in the audience were like, flag football? Like she's committing for flag football? Really? And I was like, yep, it's happening, guys. Like, believe it.
Anything else you want to add?
To the young girls out there who didn't know that this could happen, it really can happen, and it's a dream. And if you want to go play, let's say you couldn't go to college before, we have scholarships now for us as girls playing flag football to go play and to learn and to get a degree while doing the sport you love. It's achievable, and I'm really glad that I'm a part of that.